Welcome back to Malta, home to some of the most attractive seascapes in the Mediterranean. This is the world's strongest man. Todd Harris and Bill Kazmaier with you as Group 4 gets set for their 5th of 6 unique tests of strength in their qualifying round. This is the keg toss.
The athletes will have the tall task of attempting to fire 8 kegs over a 16.5-foot wall. The weight certainly isn't huge, but since the kegs are filled with lead shot, they'll be an absolute nightmare to control.
The keg toss wasn't a day at the beach for England's Lawrence Chalet. The man who was already qualified for the final was credited with just 3 kegs. Agris Kazelniks wasn't overwhelming either, but he is the current leader in the keg toss. The Latvian sent 4 kegs over the 16.5-foot wall. So with 4 guys still to go in the keg toss, we move on to Etienne Smit of South Africa. He's tied for 2nd overall.
You saw what kind of trouble Chalet and Kazelniks had, Todd. Smith's going to have to bring confidence and lots of power to beat this event.
Well, at 6'1", 333 pounds, he has plenty of that.
Woo! Flying.
First kegs, those are 40-pounders, Kaz. He's already on to the 45-pounders, makes quick work of those. Now these gold ones, 50 pounds a pop, and he's yet to miss.
There's the confidence, up and over.
And these are the 55-pounders, and he gets that one over.
With a bit of luck, Todd.
And the final one, he's done it.
Nice power.
A very strong performance, 25.89 seconds, all 8 kegs for Etienne Smit. Well, an unbelievable showing at the keg toss for the big South African. He is absolutely on a roll, and he's standing by with Kaz.
Imagine he kept hitting the wall, but the barrels just seemed to want to go over. Was that good fortune or raw power?
Might have been a bit of both. Well, I'm glad they went over. It wasted my time a little, because every time I had to wait to see where they actually went over before I could reset on the next barrel. But I'm glad with what I've done.
Sure enjoyed that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up is Johannes Orho of Sweden. He's part of a 3-way tie with Smit and Ortmeyer in the overall standings. Now, a year ago, Orho looked as good as anyone in the keg toss. We'll see if he can replicate that effort here. He's up against bigger kegs and a taller wall.
Todd at 24, Johannes is still filling out that frame. But he's got the type of explosion that's necessary here.
Well, he's 6'3", 313 pounds, and he's onto the gold kegs. They weigh 50 pounds a pop. Successful there. Now the final 2. These are 55 pounds each.
Oh, just blasted them all the way through.
And his first miss.
That may be a case of too much, too early. He threw the first barrel so high and so far, he maybe just doesn't have anything left.
And Orho says enough. So he is currently in 2nd place in the keg toss, 7 complete.
It's important to go all out in these events, but as Orho found out, you really have to leave something in reserve.
Here's Travis Ortmeyer of the USA. For all of his troubles, Travis is still more than capable of getting a spot in the final. The keg toss and the Atlas Stones are among his better events.
Todd, Travis can't be preoccupied with putting on a show and firing these kegs into the stratosphere. He's got to save something for those red barrels. That's not going to help straight up, straight down, Todd. Now he's got the red trajectory.
Keep going.
He's got a nice rhythm going here. He's onto the gold barrels. These are 50 pounds apiece.
So I mastered these last year. He may not even have practiced them.
55 pounds apiece are the red kegs.
That's 2 attempts. He's digging down into the tank now to try to get the energy to get it over.
Kaz, he's literally hit a wall.
Todd, the virus he had really zapped his power. After that, it's tough to recharge your batteries going from event to event.
Every keg is important, Kaz. He needs these points. And Travis Ortmeyer is done. He'll be credited with 6 kegs over the 16.5-foot wall, currently in 3rd place in the keg toss.
After a couple of misses, Travis is just spent. If you stretch a rubber band too much, after a while, it just won't snap back.
It's just pathetic. God dang.
And that's become a familiar sight in 2009. Travis Ortmeyer trying to analyze what went wrong. Richard Skog of Norway is another athlete with a chance to claim the remaining spot in the final. He enters the keg toss in 5th place overall, but only 1 point out of 2nd.
Todd going last should be a big advantage for Richard. He's had a chance to sit back and pick up the techniques that seem to work for the other guys.
He makes quick work of the white kegs. They weigh 40 pounds apiece. The blue ones bump it up 45 pounds in his first miss.
That's how you recover from those mistakes, and he does pretty well with that.
Now he's on to the gold ones, and these are heavier still, and that one just misses. These are 50 pounds apiece.
Doesn't seem to be worried about time, Todd. He wants to settle the lead shot to the bottom of the keg so he can get the barrel over the wall.
There's a 75-second time limit for Kaz. At this point, he's just out of energy. So it's Etienne Smith of South Africa who picks up the victory in the keg toss. Richard Skog gets credited with 4 kegs. As the only man who sent all 8 kegs over the wall, Etienne Smith picked up the victory. Orho was second, and even though Ortmar dropped points to Smith and Orho, the 3rd place finish keeps Travis alive. We already know that Lawrence Chalet has claimed 1 spot in the final. Etienne Smith has moved into sole possession of 2nd place. Orho falls to 3rd, and Travis Ortmar drops to 4th. But all 3 men have a chance to advance. Travis Ortmar's hopes of reaching the final come down to his best event.
From my very first contest, I had a knack for Atlas stones. I just decided that was going to be my event, and there it is. It's mine.
Can he survive a battle with 2 of the planet's best strength athletes? Find out when the World's Strongest Man continues.